Hey guys, welcome back to Marantz. Rantz, plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. So I'm going to do Connecting the Dots 20 right now. It's about Mullen Automotive. A lot of you guys know what that is. Connecting the Dots is really different in a way because we talk about private equity, leverage buyouts, and how it manipulates shareholders. Now, what I'm looking at online everywhere, and excuse me guys, I'm in my sauna suit, my workout suit, all my stuff. I'm down 12 pounds in 4 days, if you guys are wondering, from 252 meridian, 240 flat, still going, so I'm a little flush in my face. But hey, let me tell you guys something about this stock that I've been paying attention to. One, the same narratives are going out, and like they did with Bed Bath & Beyond, like they've done with AMC and HYMC or any stock that they want to push out in front of you. This is going to moass tomorrow. It's going to go crazy. I've watched every video. I've heard everything I want to hear about this damn company. But let's go look at what the facts are. The facts are this. And I have to choose my words carefully because a lot of lawsuits are involved, and I don't want these guys coming after me because apparently that's what they do. They play in the mud. I'm going to tell you a couple things. One, Apollo is here. Apollo is definitely in this company, and that's because their CFO that got them where they are today, the second largest shareholder of part of the insiders, is absolutely Apollo based. And I'm going to show you all that. But David Mitchery, that's his name, David Mitchery, he's the CEO, and it is practically criminal what I'm about to show you. And when we're done, I pray and hope none of you invest $1. And the reason why I tell you is because some people are investing for a short squeeze or because look at what's manipulated. Look at the short. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I read a report. It was like 12% short, something crazy. People don't understand how to report short interest and or the volume on things when they're being diluted in front of you day to day. They try to manage the volume per day and say, well, this is what it is because of look at the flow and what's real and what's not. No. This is a stock that's been diluted all the way to 5 billion shares and then reverse stock split with 1 day notice just, 4 days ago. So 25 to 1. So it's absolutely criminal what's happening. And I would say allegedly this CEO happens to be the worst in the history of mankind. And what he's doing, he can't do alone. I will tell you that. After watching his videos and the way he talks and the way he interacts, he's absolutely, how I would put it, well, ignorant. It's not somebody you would put in front of you that's going to lead an EV company. Electronic vehicles is not the way to go for this gentleman. He comes from the music industry. It has nothing to do with automobiles. But I'm going to show you everything I can. So this is his actual website, David Mitchery. This is some nonsense, if you ask me. He's Hungarian-born, apparently, and went to Garfield High School in Los Angeles. David, I don't know much about you, David, because there's nothing about you. People say that you were in the music industry for many, many of years. From what I saw, you were part of a company called Seven. I want to get it right. Is it Seven Arts Entertainment Inc.? Seven Arts Entertainment Inc. is what you were part of, and that company managed to go bankrupt. You've been a part of about 4 different, pink sheet companies that have gone bankrupt, and it's because basically, I don't want to say that he's a con artist, but this is not your typical CEO. It reminds me of the individual that they put in charge of the board of directors at HYMC, where you had Jason Mudrick. He's the brains of the operation, but they just put anybody in place. This gentleman here was absolutely put in this place because I don't understand. How this is even possible, what's happening right now, guys. But we're going to go over the whole thing. David Mitchery, he's absolutely terrible. Don't believe that they actually make vehicles. That's the first thing I'm going to tell you. They don't make a single vehicle. And I could say that, in fact, they buy vehicles. They buy cars, absolutely. They buy the technologies, and then they pawn them off as their own. But nothing here as I look at this. He can put this all on his website all he wants. No. It's not the way it works. The way this happens, this company, the way it's been operating from what I can read and from what I can see, Mullen Technologies is what they want to call themselves. Mullen Automotive is that company. They went ahead and bought Bollinger Motors. They bought ELMS, which is Electronic Last Mile Solutions. I'm not going to act like I know this stuff either. Let me tell you guys, I don't know any of this crap. I just started reading it and breaking it down. But I will tell you this, what I have found out, I don't want to know. That company right there, ELMS, that's all in trouble with the SEC, violation for insider trading, all this nonsense. They go bankrupt, pennies on the dollar. What does he do? He goes in and he buys it. What does he buy? He buys the vans. They're the vans, guys. And guess what? There's an order for all these vans, and it's just too much for me. I'm going to show you guys something, okay? So here he is right here. He has a net worth, it says, and this is the crazy part. He has the net worth of around 7 million, 6 million at the time, guys. I'm just going to tell you his salary. His salary is around $30 million. It is absolutely criminal for this company that you're looking at. But how it happened, I'll never know. Here's the board of directors, guys, that are here today currently. Jonathan New, really weird that 7C's Arts, that 7 Arts that I had showed you earlier, the other company that he used to run before this one, the one that he ran to the ground and failed. A gentleman by the name of, I believe it's Jason Black. Let me make sure. Jason Black. You know, that just happens to be the name of, and I don't want to say it, Leon Black's son. I don't know if it's him for sure, but Thom Hazard, whatever his name is, that's the lead singer of some band. You guys would know the band. I don't know the band. Whoever can name me the band, it's a heavy metal band. You guys win. Google the name, it's fine. But yeah, he's a lead singer of a band. I want to say like Megadeth or something like that. It's crazy. Anyway, Jonathan New, there's another girl named New, Elaine New, who was a CFO at 7 Arts. And now this guy's a CFO here. I wonder if they're married. I'm just asking. So as you go and look through this whole board of directors here, this individual is from the Price Waterhouse Coopers. Those are the actual advisors, right? So there's advisory firms. You guys know all the ones before, Alex Partners, all the ones we talk about, right? So that's one as one of the big 5. John here used to work for, is he anybody important? Not for me. Oh, a lot of these guys, I forgot to tell you guys this. A lot of these guys who work for this company, the executive management team and the board of directors, former car salesmen. A lot of them are car salesmen. I don't know if that's a prerequisite to actually run an EV company, but do you know who they also have? A lot of employees like this gentleman here, Callan Papa, who actually used to work for Fisker or work with Fisker. If you guys don't know, that's a Apollo-owned company. Sean Hughes, what does he do? He sells cars. Okay, and these guys are in charge of stuff. No one on this company, except for like maybe one guy, actually has the cachet, the resume to say they should be working for an EV vehicle company. This guy, again, how is this guy president of international operations, and all he's ever done is, I don't know, sell some cars? The same thing. It's the same thing for everybody, guys. John Taylor, you can look at them. He actually worked for Tesla. I would tell you this guy's actually has a credible source of someone, but other than that, nah. I don't even see it. This guy, another one, Marion Peter Purcellin, whatever his name is. It's Peter Rosellin. I don't even know. Fisker. Again, it's Fisker Automotive. The reason why I tell you Fisker is because those are all Apollo. Apollo. Robert Brown, Fisker. Hey, and I'm a Rantz fan, right? No, not that Robert Brown, but yeah. So as you guys see, everything you need to see here, and there's a bunch of kids out here just running around playing house, as I call it. I don't see anyone that actually has any stature. When I look at David himself, David Mitchery has no experience whatsoever in automotive, other than the fact that he acquired the vehicles via Coda Automotive, and we'll go over that in a minute. His best friend, Ignacio, is on the board of directors here. He sells houses. He's real estate. Hey, he's in with the company. Mary Winter, same thing, in with the company. Mark Better, no thank you. And John K. Anderson. You guys can look them up all you want. These guys are literally plumbers. They sell real estate. Nobody does anything in the automotive world. None of them. This guy, William Miltner, he actually is just a lawyer. And it even tells you, why is he on the board of directors? Because he's a lawyer. That's it. And if you look at Kent Puckett, same thing. Mick Puckett is qualified to serve as the director because of his extensive finance and accounting background and experience. They didn't name one company that he worked at. Not one. Not one company. Not one company. Not one company. Not one company. I'm telling you guys, on the whole board of directors, and this is from their website, they didn't list one company that these guys work for. I didn't make it up. I'm just letting you know what it is. So, now Coda. Coda was an automotive company that made electric cars. Yeah, they look like Kias, old school Kias, 2008 base model. This company went out of business. There's nothing there. When they went out of business in Chapter 11, guess who bought them? Guess who bought the excess cars that they did have? MULN. And MULN put their sticker on it, their logo on it, and called it theirs. They didn't build a car. They don't build cars. Let's just put that out there. They don't build cars. They buy companies that build cars. That's what they have done. So MULN went ahead and bought them. Bought them out of bankruptcy back in 2013. That's when he bought the cars right there, May 1st, 2013. Bankruptcy protection. And who bought the cars? The excess cars right there. The last remaining unsold Codas were last bought up by electric car company Mullen Technologies. What do you think Mullen does? Mullen goes in and punts it off. This is Coda. If you guys remember Coda, big ass company, around for a long time. And they didn't make it. They didn't make any money. It happens that way. Elon Musk, he put it out there a long time. He said, hey, let me tell you some. Oh, by the way, look at this. Notable investors into Coda, okay? Hardage Capital Partners. If you don't remember them, guys, I told you. They were with Friedman Jewelers. And then they went into a company where they partnered up with Apollo as well. And they ended up suing Apollo because it fell through. And I talked about it on Connecting the Dots 17. I want to say I did. You should go rewatch that one. This is Connecting the Dots 20, by the way. Look at the investors in Coda. Henry Hank Paulson, you know who that is. Les Wexler, you know who that is. Stephen McHellner, if you don't know who that is, that's he was like the Speaker of the House for I want to say Obama or Bush, one of the two. I don't know. Anyways, maybe Bush, or maybe Obama. I don't remember. But hey, I'll tell you what, guys, all of this nonsense is just telling you where the money was coming from originally. And, connect those dots all you want, but we'll talk about this in a minute. Now, I am going to go over this part. This is the chairman of the board, David Mitchery, like I told you. At the time when this actually came out, this is Carrie Sadler. Guys, Carrie Sadler is Apollo, flat out. It's pretty easy for me. Carrie Sadler right here. She is the CFO for Mullen Technologies in October 2021. Previously, she served as an internal consultant and an interim CFO. That's what she was there for the whole time frame. But if you look here, Apollo Global Management, and I've seen her before. I've seen her nonsense on there. She worked for Apollo. She gave them, consulting, things of that nature. But as you look at this list, I want you to see something right here, guys. The individual, Mary Winter, who is currently on the board of directors, is 30 years old. She's the secretary and director for this company at 30 years old. I'm assuming a couple of things here. But the last I checked, because she's been an employee since 2014, she was an operations manager director for Mullen Automotive Technologies at the age of 24, 23 years old. This is a director for your company and has been for the last decade. I don't know what type of relationship she might have within this company, but 30 years old? Nah, you don't have a, you barely, are you still in school? What are you? Are you a waitress? I'm asking, I'm not accusing. If you guys ever want to see some nonsense, go look at this fake profile. As this is him and what is this, a private plane? You know what, guys? The pictures this guy takes and the videos he does tells me it's all fake. It's all a front. And you should see the logos. You should see the cars, the prototypes. Everything he does is a fake and a front. And it's not real. It's just not real to me, and that's my opinion. So don't come after me, but just let it be said and let it be known. I don't think this is a real company in my head the way I see it. I think that this is a play on you. I think that he has bankrupted multiple other companies. You see the van? It's not a Mullen van. They bought this company. That's the ELMS van. So same thing with his trucks. But whoever they wanted to, look at all the vans in a row. They didn't produce them. They didn't make them. But Randy Marin, they went ahead and ordered a ton of vans. They ordered I think 1,000 vans. These guys have the order, but guess what they can't do? Produce them all? We'll find out real soon. Now let's go ahead and look at Mullen Automotive if you guys really want to see it. Apparently this guy has 113 million shares of his company. Yeah, look at all the other insiders, guys. The largest shareholder in this company, Carrie Sadler, Mrs. Apollo herself. But nobody's close to this guy. This guy owns the whole damn company. And how did he do it? He granted himself the stocks. Guys, 5 billion shares? A reverse stock split of 25-1 so they can dilute again. Oh, I read the whole thing. Look at the transactions. He sold over $7.5-8 billion worth of shares over the last year and a half. Yeah, he deserves a raise, doesn't he? I stand corrected. I really do. But let's go look at it. Let's go see what he deserves. It's going to take me time to get to this next website here because it's forever. But we're going to go through all the filings. I'm going to show you a video at the end right now. It's going to be great, and I'm going to get on with my day. Maybe I'll go live right after this. I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go have dinner with my father, and then I'll come back and I'll go to live. So you guys already know I want to spend more time with my pops. I was actually reading this right here. This is going to be the fact that they're going to announce the share dilution by 2.1 billion shares. I have to laugh. 2.1 billion shares, guys, when the float is already 3.7. I believe that's what it was while I was reading at the time. So 2.1 of common stock. And let's go here. I want to read it. I want to make sure, because I know I said it, but I want you guys to see it. Who cares about that? Who owns all the shares? Nobody really wants to talk about that part. Let's talk about the good stuff. Oh, there we go. 5 million. 5 billion, I apologize. 5 billion shares. Absolutely ridiculous. That's what they inflated the float to, but they did that just to sell him because he's paying himself. Oh, guys, I'm going to show it to you. He wasn't the one getting paid until about 2021 because he had other people in place. He did some mergers with 2 different companies. Actually, you know what? They bought out 3 different companies. And as they bought out these companies, they bought the technologies of these companies, and therefore it's theirs, right? They just put their name on it. They didn't do it. That's the difference here. So, my computer's going to go slow because I have so many windows open. But while I do that, let's have a little break here. Guys, what was I doing today? I was sprinting in my backyard. Oh, man, full battle rattle. Hot suit, hoodie, in the sun, California sun, running. And then I went and I walked 2 miles in the same suit because I had to cool down, so I walked, and it was great. Look at this nonsense computer. You guys want to figure out what you guys want to do? I'll just go right here. Oh, it worked. There you go. Okay, so this is another page that I was going through. Oh, same thing. It was another 8K. I just kept reading them all. This is going to be another 8K they just dropped. This is the one that tells you that you have, let's see. Oh, this is funny. So they're going to pay this guy, Mr. Hardage, $50,000. And they agree to pay him $5 million upon execution of whatever they say he's going to do, right? So this is a guy. Hey, guys, this is the character. His name is Lawrence. Lawrence Hardage. Apparently, Lawrence Hardage likes to talk. And Lawrence Hardage starts making videos off of YouTube everywhere. And he's making announcements for Mullen now. And he's all about Mullen. No, they vetted me. They did this. You know what Mullen did? Mullen gave him $50,000. They really did. Because they claim he can enhance the battery life of the vehicle, and it's going to change everything. In my opinion, they gave him the money and put him in front of people, pushed him out in front of the crowd. He's an idiot. This guy's an idiot. He doesn't know any better. And I'm just going to say that flat out. And you're watching Lawrence because eventually this video is going to find you. You're being played, young man. You're being played. And who cares because you're making money. Lawrence doesn't hold any shares. He doesn't own any stock. He holds the technology to this endeavor. I'll leave it alone. I'm gonna let him explain it all to you. I'm gonna let you watch him. But Lawrence went to prison. He was conned into doing something he wasn't supposed to do. Dude, you've been played before, Lawrence. You're gullible. And it's because, well, it's there. But I watched the whole thing on that guy and how he came into play. He's actually at the plant that they just bought. They bought out of these guys right here. They bought this one. You see this van? It looks familiar. Hey, Lawrence, this van looks familiar. You see how it says ELMS? Yeah. The van you're looking at says Mullen on it. You think it's a Mullen van? You think they invented it? They didn't. They just put their shit on it, stickers on it. But this is how it all happened, guys. And why? Because they came under SEC right here. ELMS said it learned by the investigation by the SEC March 7th, and that they're cooperating. And what did they do? Their CEO and chairman of the board stepped down. And so they sold their company for less than $1 a share. They just sold it for pennies this has all happened last March. So if you were watching what Mullen Automotive is doing, you should be watching. And it's Mullen Automotive. I just want to put that. It's not plural. It's not Mullins. So, but before we get to the video, before we get to the good stuff, the new stuff, right? It's ridiculous. I'm just giving you guys the background of this whole thing because it's already been done. The DD's already been done. People hate this man. David Mitchery is hated around the world for what he's doing with Mullen Automotive, but he has no shame. I'm reading it, no shame. But let's go look at the balance sheet. I'll play your game, guys. Now, I hope you guys can see it really well. If I have to enhance it, I will. Oh, let me enhance it a little bit. It's a little too small. I like to see big numbers. Yeah, how about there? Is that a little bit better, guys? Let me see. I'm still small in the camera. Oh, that's better. All right. So Mullen Automotive, cash and cash equivalents. They have $68 million. I apologize, guys. That's how much money they have. Now, restricted cash is cash that you can't spend. Ideally, that's money in escrow for orders, for vehicles, whatever. That's money that has to be returned. So I won't even call that cash because from what I can see, I'm not going to deliver anything. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, man. Maybe I don't know. But I will tell you this. if you delivered vehicles, let me give you the example, okay, guys? And you guys can follow with me. If you delivered vehicles and you made sales, it would show right here on this balance sheet. But as I'm going to show you guys, they have made $0 in 2 years, okay? But if you look at the restricted cash, investors have put money in, 30 million initially and 39 million. That is a fake prop money. To me, that's a fake deposit, because those individuals are not receiving their vehicles, but yet they have their money in there. And it's in an escrow account because if all else fails, the money goes back to them, period. So it's risk-free. That's what I'm seeing. You're being propped up. You're being faked up, 40 million, another 30 million from year to year. But what you are going to see, oh, baby, inventory. They now have inventory because they bought failed companies. They bought their technology, they bought their batteries, they bought their cars. So now they have almost $7 million worth of inventory that they didn't have any the year before. Guys, these guys have total assets of 400. Look at this. Goodwill of 92 million. You know what? My man over there running from bears, running with bears is going to tell you that's going to burn off, because the value of the companies that they're buying, they might be evaluated at that initially. They will not be that moving forward. But you just wait, guys. You wait. I'm going to be here because it says $440 million of assets, right? Guys, that's a fake number. That's not a real number to me. All I see is that they went ahead and had a lot of properties, a lot of lease, and equipment, all this stuff they bought, but they bought it. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So you take away 40 million, they're actually at 400 million flat. Well, their liabilities are 420. So they're upside down $20 million in my mind, in my eyes, from how I see it. That's the first thing. Okay. Second thing is this: they make no money. Loss from operations is $73 million compared to last year at 14 million. And what did they lose? The total operating expense. Do you see this G&A? Oh, it doesn't say SG&A. No. There's no selling involved. There's just G&A. And that is salaries, guys. Because research and development, R&D, 8 million. You mean to tell me you're an EV vehicle company and you spend 8 million? Oh, I know, you just spent 50,000 on some guy and his ideas. He's out of a garage. And I'm not saying anything bad about him. Maybe he just doesn't know what he trapped himself into. Lawrence, you don't know. These guys only put up $8 million out of the $440 million of assets. They've only put up $8 million on R&D, research and development. This is not a real company. My opinion. Holy shit, guys. $64 million, $65 million. Oh, man. Okay, we're going to keep going. As I keep looking at this, guys, this balance sheet is unreal. There's stuff on here I don't understand. I promise you. I don't know who would understand this. 1.6 billion shares. Oh my God, just everything, right? There's warrants written out on this thing. It's bad. Net loss for this company, just so we're clear, is for the year $378 million. That means every share they're selling, they're burning it off for cash to pay themselves for what I don't know what they thought was going to happen here. I don't understand what they thought was going to happen. They don't have a company. But hey, cash flow. I mean, look at this. Look at what they're doing with their money. They've managed to explain it as in we bought vans. Basically you bought a picture, because you might have the real vans in front of you. You might, but you didn't make them and you don't know how to make them. So that's just what I'm telling you. Let's go. Provided by financing activities. What do they do? Notes payable. Oh yeah, they borrow money as well. Oh guys, they got real notes. They've got real notes. Cash cow, whatever, 84 million. Watch this. You're gonna love this stuff. So when I started reading everything, recent events, the purchase price was $148 million in cash and stock for 6%, and that's for them to buy the trucks they bought from Bollinger Acquisition. They have sport utility trucks, the next Hummer, as they called it. Oh, they bought them all. They keep buying things, but they don't produce things. So I won't beat that over the head. We'll keep going, guys, because I'm going to show you some stuff here in the books. 1.2 billion. I don't even know how it's going to happen, guys. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to be fun to watch because I'm not going to buy this damn thing. Well, like I told you, look at this. $40 million, essentially, right? Customer deposits and are accounted for within our liabilities. So customer deposits, like I told you, it's refundable. The funds include the refundable deposits for individuals and businesses who have made deposits for Mullen and Bollinger vehicles in cash in escrow accounts, like I told you. It's never going to happen, guys. I just like, why wouldn't you deliver the cars already? You already have them. Oh, I know. People are telling you that they're still doing research and development. Other assets are the Coda electric cars, related parts, showroom vehicles. The cars are from 2013. They're 10 years old. You are still holding on to those as assets and saying that you're going to deliver cars? You better buy another EV company, another failed EV company, and you guys better be ready for it. Get ready for that, because I can see that happening. United States Bankruptcy Court, Delaware, issued an approval of the sale of approximately $105 million to Mullen Automotive from the electric last mile. That's ELMS. Those are the vans I told you about. So they bought them out of bankruptcy just last year. Kudos and bravo to you. I'm going to show you guys something else. We'll keep going. I'll figure it out right now. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I hope they have 112 million. They don't. It's going to be great. Long-term and short-term debt. Total debt, $98 million. Currently due, $93 million. Guys, long-term, 4.8. The interest. Do you know what the interest is? Remember that they owe current $93,837. Oh, right here, total is what? $98,723, respectively. But what did I read? I know I read something that's crazy. Oh, right here. Right here. We recognize which exceeded the face value of the underlying debt, resulting in additional interest expense of $94 million. So, yes, they have 98 total, but the interest on their debt via warrants, I don't even know how this is. In some instances, we issued shares of common stock and warrants along with the issuance of promissory notes, resulting in the recognition of debt discount. Well, debt discount amortization of 3 months, blah, 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 was 150 and 19 respectively during the 3 months in there. Warrants having a fair value of $244 million. Issuance, right there, issuable upon conversion of the conversion notes were recognized exactly. So in warrants alone, they gave away this company. They gave away their own company. They don't own this company, guys. Well, let me put it to you this way. I'm just going to explain this to you in a different way. Let's put it like this. The shareholders, the ones that are buying shares right now, are fucked. There's no way that they're going to have value once you guys, if we go ahead and trigger warrants, you know what happens to your shares? They're diluted. They're diluted infinite. And they already reverse stock split 25-1 just to have the same capability of going back up to 5 billion shares again. Yes, it's still real. It's still there. So you guys have all the time in the world to look at this company and tell me I'm wrong and tell me I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to keep going. Oh, by the way, there's like 5 lawsuits going on with the company right now. Literally, shareholders doing class action lawsuits because, the failure for fiduciary duty as far as bringing back shareholder value. It's not possible. The stock itself is diluted. The executive officer, the CEO, has an executive package that pays him $36 million. Can I explain to you? He makes $36 million. Okay? David Mitchery. How in the hell are you paying yourself $36 million? I'll never understand. Your company makes $0. Zero. The only way you have money is because somehow, some way, someone is pushing out this info onto YouTube, to Discords, to Twitter, to Reddit, that Mullen is going to short squeeze. And I don't know if it is Apollo doing this part or private equity in general, but someone's pushing out misinformation on purpose. Look at this shit. Warrants outstanding. $400 million or 400 million shares. You're crazy. You guys, oh my goodness, guys. I wonder what dilution tracker says about this. But here we go. Compensation for directors and officers, $36 million. Shares issued, a total $40 million. I'm not making this up. There's no way. There's no way that they're, look at this. Vehicles alone, $170,000. You make vehicles. And you're telling me $170,000 all you guys have in assets as far as like for employees or whatever you guys are doing? That doesn't make any sense to me. But you make vehicles, right? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Let's go ahead and keep looking at this. This is great. They bought a property. Oh, I like this. Look at this. Okay, guys, help me out here. They bought a building for $112 million, or for $12 million. Okay, they bought this in Mississippi. They're going to make vans. This is all part of that ELMS deal, right? They're going to make cargo vans right here and the MULN 5 crossover. The facility currently occupies 124,000 square feet of manufacturing space. Let me tell you guys something. 124,000 square feet is nothing for an automotive plant. For an automotive manufacturing space, 124,000 square feet is tiny. That's not even the size of a Sam's Club or Costco. Not even the size of one building. And that's what you're building all your cars in, supposedly, right? Oh, my goodness gracious. We'll keep going. Other assets. Showroom vehicles. Oh, you have $2 million in showroom vehicles? Is that what you have? Oh, man, that's funny, man. $2 million. Hey, guys. This is just crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Their whole inventory was about $7 million worth of product, but 2.5 of that are showroom vehicles. All right, what do they really have? Salaries. Salaries from year over year go from $3 million up to $44 million because they want to push the stock out in front of you. They're getting paid through stock options, guys, and it's because people are buying these shares, which they should not be buying. This is absolutely crazy that this is your general admission expenses. $64 million from 12 before. They are racking it up, and it's all salaries. They're just getting paid. Executives getting paid. Please stay the hell away. $36.1 million was attributed to the CEO award plan stock compensation program. Guys, he has 116 million shares. Get out of here. Run. Run. That's all I can do. That's all I can tell you. Who cares about leases? Nothing even matters. $5 million. They don't care. They're never going to pay. This is never going to happen. This company will be out of business. It's going to go bankrupt, next year? The year after? When? When they don't deliver vehicles? All right, well, I think these are all the lawsuits, by the way. So 5 lawsuits, like I told you, and it's all there for you. And it's going to tell you what they seek and why they seek it. So they absolutely are not doing what's right for you. And it's always against David Mitchery. And why? Because they're not making anybody money on purpose, right? At least that's how it goes down. This is your board of directors. Your board of directors are David Mitchery, Mary Winter, Robert Bollinger, and John Masters. John Masters and Robert Bollinger made money because they actually sold their company, Bollinger Motors, to these guys. So they made money. Sure. They gave up their cars, their 2 trucks that they made. Doesn't matter. They're on board of directors. They got paid. But Mary Winter and David Mitchery, explain it to me. Explain it to me how the 30-year-old chick and David, those are your ride or dies right there. And I don't mean to call you a 30-year-old chick. I'm just saying, Mary, there's no way that you should be operating hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars of shareholder value, and all because you got hired at 16 at this company or whatever the hell it was. You have no background in EV vehicles. None of these guys do. They don't make vehicles. They don't know how to manage it. They don't sell them. What are we doing? That's what I want to know. What is this company doing? Now, guys, aside from the 10K and aside from all the plus and minuses that you see here, I mean, the loss of $378 million should be a telltale sign for what it is, okay? And an increase in losses of 143%. How the hell could you ever invest? Well, everyone already got their money out of this company. Everybody's gone, leaving. Now David Mitchery gets to take his money and run. Here's what I have for you, okay, guys? Here's what I have. There's and this is a good website to go to. This is a HindenburgResearch.com about Mullen Institute. These guys have done all the DD in the world as far as what he is, okay? Mullen is an inspiring EV manufacturer that came public in late 2021. David Mitchery, okay, via reverse merger. It has yet to produce a sellable vehicle. No shit. The company stock has spiked 316% despite this. Of course. Despite only spending $3 million in research and development, Mullen claims its solid-state battery technology is on track to commercialize within 2 years. I doubt that either. Apparently, the misrepresentation of test results, according to the CEO of the company that performed the test, its CEO told us at Mullen press release, we never would have said that. We never would have done that. Of course. He's right here. He called Mullen CEO, David Mitchery, fast-talking and a hustler. Well, no shit. I've seen the videos, guys. I've seen him himself. There's so much going on here. If you read all of this nonsense, but read the real ones where David Mitchery led 5 failed penny stock companies prior to Mullen. Guys, I have the info for you. I have more than just this for you. You guys ready? I want you to know who is the second largest. I told you guys this. The second largest shareholder for this company, or the third largest shareholder for this company, is best friends with Taryn Pizer. Taryn Pizer is from Drexel Burnham Lambert. He was the right-hand man to Mike Milken, and he is one of the ones who ratted him out, but yet he just got arrested in March 1st of this year. He got arrested for insider trading. He's a dirty guy, right? Dirty SEC violation guy. He's the #1 shareholder, independent shareholder of this company. That should tell you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know, but it's not. It's more than that. There's more to the story than that. And I give you an example. These are examples right here, right? Bold promises, all this nonsense of the stock. It's all happened the whole time frame. If you read this website, it's going to tell you. But I want to show you something like this, and it's coming up right now. When you look at this, they play out this whole pictorial stuff right here on Twitter. He's a Twitter guy where he's all, and I have his Twitter. I went to it. If you ever want to see some nonsense, Go just scroll up and down his Twitter, and it's all pictorials. It's all fake. It's like he wants to tell you this is his company. Look at this. All these vans, right? Watch this. All these vans that they just bought. All the vans. No Mullen Automotive logos on them, nothing, because these vans were really part of the ELMS. Just know that. Now when they can start putting Mullen on their stuff, they do it on the license plate. They finally decorate their stuff. But it's not even theirs. They bought these from people. They didn't make them. Now this is a fake, a car that they don't even own yet, prototypes, and here's what we're going to build, here's what we're going to do. You don't have it. And the dealerships that are buying these cars, that are giving the order, look at this fake picture. Yeah, who's taking the picture of your smile? This guy's so gross, by the way. David is so gross, this guy. He's in the music industry. That's all he's known for. And yet now he's running an EV company out of nowhere, and he knows everything about cars. I love cars. I just want to be around cars. I like fast things. That's what I do. They signed a contract with somebody. They made one payment, and then they canceled it. The next 2 payments, they canceled the whole contract. One of the companies here, as you read this guys, this thing is pages of just proving it all wrong. And you can go through it, guys. You're going to find out that these guys are basically criminal. And they're taking ideas from other people, putting it on their website. You see, like here, they photoshopped an EV vehicle and put their logo on it. It's not even theirs. They took it from another company. I don't understand how these guys are still in business. And I don't know how people are still buying this, but you guys got to read this. This is earth-shattering. And I could have done this, guys. I could have clipped all of this and put it on and pass it off as my own, but I would never do something like that. When I read this, I was like, holy shit. Because look at what it says. Previously, Mullen had announced the purchase order valued of $60 million. Remember these outlandish claims, okay? For 1,200 Class 2 commercial EV fleet vans. They announced that, right? The unnamed major Fortune 500, whatever he says. On August 3rd, 2021, Mullen issued a press release announcing a letter of agreement with Heights Dispensary LDT to purchase 1,200 MULN 1 electric vans. The value of the purchase order was reported at $60 million. Guys, let me tell you something about this place. The Heights Dispensary is like a drop-in center at the mall. How the hell are they going to buy $60 million of these vehicles? This is one of the dispensaries that said they were going to buy 1,200 vans. Explain it to me, why they announced this. It runs an online store that carries about 25 products, 5 of which that are t-shirts. No, this is criminal what they're doing. There is no one trying to buy vehicles. There's no order. The orders, yeah, there might be an order for vans now. There might be another guy who's telling you they're willing to buy stuff. And why? Because they bought them. They went and bought them from somebody else. They didn't produce them. So this is a whole website, guys. You guys can go look at it. It's awesome. And like I told you, it is the hindenburgresearch.com/Mullen/. That's what it is, //. You guys, these guys are going to tell you how criminal it is. But I'm going to show you something, okay? I told you the guy that they're tricking, right? This is Lawrence Hardage. Lawrence is this guy who now, he's entertainment and sports bar. This guy believes in everything. He believes in all the shit he says. This is Lawrence giving an update today on Mullen Automotive. I want you guys to watch it, and I'm going to stay out of the way, and you guys enjoy the rest of this video because it's absolutely comical. After I've given you all the info in the world, after you guys have seen everything that was said, check out what this guy believes.
People have a tendency to misconstrue what is being represented. I don't recall at any time ever saying that Mullins would not do a split of the shares. Okay, I don't own any shares with Mullins. I want to make sure you guys
it's not Mullins.
Understanding.
It's Mullen.
I make my money when these cars come out the line with my technology installed in these vehicles, and that's why I made a deal with Mullins. I didn't take any shares, so I have no dog in this hunt regarding hyping stocks or whatever. But I don't feel that the stocks are being hyped because Mullins has been transparent. And I done further inquiries and spoken with the right people with Mullins. It was in the best interest of all of us for them to split the shares. I know some of you are not happy, but when you see the outcome, everybody wins now. Everybody wins. So when you invest, that's the risk that you take, but however, you guys made a great risk. And this is coming from me because my reputation is on the line as well. And I have to be transparent, make sure that everything that I say is factual and truthful. We're on the SEC. You can't be just making up stories or whatever to appease your investors. Unlike some, we're not going to be making announcements every single day to keep up with the competition. We make announcements based on the progress and where we are. Where Mullins is today, Mullins have multiple vehicles. They have a car, they have a crossover SUV, they have multiple big trucks, and they have the vans. They already have vans, they already have orders, okay? As you may know or may not know, Mullins has a facility in Indiana. They also have one in Michigan. They have one in Tunica, Mississippi, in my home state. And they also have a facility in Brea, California, and perhaps other locations. But my focus is right here in the United States. I came into this agreement with Mullins because I want to make it clear for you guys. And I'm proud of David for what he done. They spent months vetting me. They didn't just meet me on Friday and sign the deal on Monday, okay? I invested my own personal money to be given the opportunity to prove to Mullins that what I had was real and it worked. I went to their facilities. I was there for months, okay? They opened the door for me. Mullins have some very talented engineers, some of the best in the country. And all they really needed was the right boost to take Mullins to the next level. And where we are right now, there are a lot of people that's kind of unhappy because Mullins has the greatest technology, okay? I was honest with you guys. I gave you my background about my past. Despite me being innocent, it happened. Life goes on. I can't take back the time that I lost, but I can make the time that I have here much better. So I want to say to you shareholders, and I'm sure you're looking at this and I'm looking in your eyes. This is coming from me. I've done my own inquiries because I care about people. There are those that are worried if the stock's going to split again. Now, from what I heard and what's been represented to me, that's not happening again. And from what I know, I don't see why would they do it in the future, especially with where we stand. Right now, presently in Washington, D.C., we are retrofitting Chevy Bolts, B-O-L-T-S, for the D.C. government, okay? The success and the progress is great. D.C. have cars on the streets right now, and when they come off the line, they are already assigned for employees who are traveling around D.C., the D.C. area, with our technology. That is a 1-year contract. So therefore, what it means, even though we are all nearly completed, we still will be around for a whole year to make sure that our products and activities are very good. And we're doing that. We have some great MIT graduates. We got people with doctrines, the whole 9 yards, okay? We're giving the best quality. Yes, I designed this, I created it, but it takes a team. A quarterback cannot win a football game without having a great team. So I'm quarterbacking everything. And yes, do I have something to prove? Yes. I knew when I stepped out in this arena that there was those gonna question what's real and what isn't real. I have nothing to gain by misleading anyone. The technology is what it is. It has been proven. It has been tested numerous times on numerous vehicles. What more could you guys want? You guys want production? We're going in production. But we're not gonna make an announcement just to appease everybody and say, okay, the car is ready today. We wanna make sure that car is in tip-top shape. When I make the announcement that it's going in production, you better believe the quality is there. Mullen is holding me accountable to make sure everything works perfectly fine. We're doing this. We're testing over and over and over and over. If I want the car to hit the streets tomorrow, we could do that just to appease shareholders and investors. But that's not going to happen. We are producing quality vehicles. All eyes on Mullins, just like all eyes on Tesla. There's not a day past that someone has something to say about Tesla. I'm sure Elon Musk is reading what people are saying about his cars and this and that. He has a great car, one of the greatest electric cars out on the market, yet he still goes unattacked. So I don't expect nothing less when it comes to Mullins. Unless someone is dishonest with you or blatantly lied to you about something, then you have a right to be upset. And I want you to know I'm very compassionate about those of you who invested a lot of money. I read your emails. I can't respond to certain things because I don't have the authority to respond about executive matters with Mullins. That's not my lane there. But I am concerned, I do inquire, but if any announcement is gonna come out, it should come from Mullins. But I do have a right as being a partner with Mullins, their independent additional company that they formed, to make sure that my credibility stays intact because I'm in partnership with Mullins. Yes, some of you guys invested money, the stocks was here and there. That's before I ever come in the picture, okay? But I'm in the picture now. And Mullins made a good decisions to benefit you guys. And I think you guys should be grateful and be thankful to them. Yeah, I hear the things that some people say about the CEO. I think you're wrong. I think it's cruel. Some of the things, you got companies out here, they want to see Mullins fail. We're competition now, but there's no need to fight with Mullins. Mullins has already made the announcement. Any automotive company in the country outside of the U.S., they're making this technology available to you. So everybody eats. There's a piece of the pie for everybody. So what you would have is no different than what's on the market now. You have a bunch of different designs, different name brand electric vehicles. They all look different. Majority of them look nice. People are buying them, but the results are the same. They're getting 250 miles, not real-time miles, but the results are about the same. So how we work together as a team where everybody wins, we utilize this technology. People having battery anxiety, okay? We solve that problem where you can travel a long distance. You guys couldn't even accept the fact that I increased the miles to 300 to 500 miles. Are you ready for us to show you more, which is coming forth, that we extend this mileage tremendously? So Mullen has put their faith in me to provide additional capital to take this technology to the next level. If I created all this in a garage with meters and monitors and battery chargers, what do you think I can do now with the proper funding? I got a state-of-the-art laboratory. I got a laboratory at my home. I'm able to work at Mullen's facilities with the assistance of their engineers. We're taking the world by storm. But guess what? We're not being selfish. We're not, no disrespect to Tesla, we're not extending our charging station, but the Tesla family. We're extending ours to everybody. Everybody's family now. And when you hear me say the slogan, Making America Better, because we putting people back to work. The technology is a quality technology. It has a high profit margin where we can put people back to work with good salaries and also have benefits. When you guys say these things, you got to understand Mullins have people that work for them. They have families. They have children that they drop off at daycare centers prior to going to work at Mullins. And they're looking for to have a job so they can continue to pay their mortgages and all of that. Nobody's out here to hurt anybody. Nobody want to see anybody lose. I'm going to tell you, I appreciate David for taking a risk with me. Just like when he took the risk, there was those that opposed it, this and that. You know, you got these guys out here, you know, trying to buy and sell the stocks and make it go down or whatever. But guess what? We got some great things on the scene. And I promise you guys that in a couple of weeks, I will be coming out with some great things. As y'all know, everything that I represent, I do it. If I tell you I'm gonna be somewhere at a certain time, I do it. If I tell you this is what's happening, I do it. Now, let's clarify this Saudi deal.
Hey guys, before we talk about the Saudi deal, I just want to point out, he says, if I tell him I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to be there on time. That is not true. His very first video that he put out on YouTube, if you guys go watch it, he was late to his own meeting and he apologizes to the crowd. It's just hilarious to me. This is why I tell you, this guy right here, he has no idea he's being used. Go look at everything I just showed you, and it's going to tell you he has no idea what he just walked into. But he wants to believe that Mullen Automotive, it's not Mullins, Mullen Automotive is a good company. For me personally, I don't see it. But let's watch the end of it. He's going to tell you about the Saudi deal. Pay attention. Listen to the dollar amount. Unbelievable. All right? Assets. Net loss, $370 million. You ready for the Saudi deal? Go listen.
Okay. There's rumors out there, okay, about the amount, what it is, who we're dealing with, all of that.
Do you guys see the two gentlemen? It looks like two guys filming him. It's like he's held hostage off of this. I mean, this is a camera shaking. He's got notes he has to read at the bottom. This is all, guys, this is theater like I've never seen it. Or maybe I have. This is crazy, guys. I hope you guys are paying attention. I really do. This is comical to me. Let's go.
There has been a tentative agreement assigned, okay? And we're working out territories. Our Saudi deal is worth way more than $10 billion, okay? And I'm gonna leave it at that. We want them to make their announcement because you guys probably wouldn't believe it anyway. So let them make their announcements. And that gives clarity. So no one will misrepresent saying that David said this or David said that. He's a great guy. I have nothing to do with whatever you think of his past or present or whatever, but his future is bright. And once again, I must say, David made the executive decision to bring me in, okay? All these companies that's calling me every day now, they wasn't knocking at the door until the government announced that they gave me a pilot program where they paid me $17,000 per vehicle for installing my technology in their vehicles. They made the announcement, they gave me a sole source contract. That means nobody in the country had the technology. They advertised it, gave people ample opportunity to come forward to say that they had anything like it. No one come forward. So the contract was awarded to me. Mullins took a chance. There were people out there that we met with. They had the same opportunity that Mullins had to be able to utilize this technology. And they kind of waited until the next company came in. So here we are today. Mullins is pushing their trucks. They're pushing their vans. We're doing our installation. We're doing everything. Okay? Let me just say this to you. Mullins is in a good position. Excellent position. and they're going in production. We will be making those announcements. Looking forward to installing the technology in the Mullen vehicle. I will be test driving them. I'll be doing more tests, additional tests. We're going to move forward with this vehicle, and then we can talk about a competitive to Tesla. I love the car. It's beautiful, it's attractive, and with the Hardage technology, I think it's going to sell very well. So with that being said, you heard it from me live and in person, Lawrence Hardage. I want to say thank you guys for believing in me. I thank the Mullen shareholders for your support. I get a lot of text messages. But if anywhere that I may have said something that made anyone think that I said there wasn't be a split, I don't recall. And that wouldn't have been my place to say that anyway. But I'm saying I've had discussions and I don't see no split in the future. So with that being said, Mullins, we're on our way. I'm pleased with my salary. I mean, what they paid me, $5 million. They have kept their word. The $50,000, I sit down with them. I'm pleased with Mullins' actions. They have not lied to me about anything. They've been a blessing. And I'm able to bless others. With that being said, you guys, you have a great day and stay tuned within the next 2 weeks. As I give you my word, I plan to follow through. And I promise you will be excited. But in closing, I'm going to say this to you. No one is going to go out and make announcements to appease anyone because you're hearing rumors out there. We make announcements on facts, not fiction. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Are we done, guys? Are we done on this investment? I mean, do you want to believe what the hell these guys are doing? I mean, I look at balance sheets. I look at everything. I look at sugar on shit. I don't see it. I don't see what people are talking about. I don't know why people are messaging me about this company. This, from me, and this is my opinion. This is not fact-based. It's opinion. Okay, I don't want people to come sue me tomorrow. I think this company's fake. I don't think it's, and what I mean by that is this. They don't make any vehicles. If you had a $10 billion deal on the board with Saudi Arabia, they're idiots. How, when you only have $6 million worth of cars? How the hell are you going to sell 10 billion? What's the contract look like? Where's the infrastructure to build these cars? What's the technology that they can't buy for 10 billion that you have that they need? It makes zero sense. But that's why we're here. Connecting the dots, and maybe this is a whole lot of fraud, but I'm going to stay out of it. Guys, that individual there is clearly uneducated, doesn't understand. Yes, he might be able to play with batteries in his garage. I've done a lot of homework on this guy, but he clearly has no idea what he's talking about. And as far as the stock split, they did a reverse stock split with 1 day notice. 25-1 the other way, fucked over all their shareholders. Wait till the other lawsuits come pouring in. I'm going to stay out of this one. You do you, baby boo. I got to get going. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. We're still undefeated, millionaires. Peace.